Hello and welcome to Owlet. This is the very first majors matchup of tonight. Well, our first matchup tonight was in minors, but now we've got two majors teams come up here with Gucci Gank and Team Verdant facing off against each other. My name is LuvGangster, and tonight I am joined by the ineffable, the insatiable Jarate. Jarate, how's it going?
It's a little bit late for me. Not no used to these late night streams. Actually, that's a lie. I mostly done late night streams, but I'm looking forward to the stream tonight. This is a preseason match, correct?
Correct. This is
in our Owlet video game processes.
Correct. This is the very first preseason match in the Owlet video game tournament.
So this is the most, when you think about it, this is by far the most important match, correct?
For sure. Preseason is by far the most important because it sets a tone for the rest of the season. You know what they say about first impressions, Jarate, right?
Yeah, you can only make one of them.
Exactly. So you have to make it count.
So, like I said, this is a preseason match, so it's nothing to really like, we're going to see probably some different strategies come out. And we're going to see a lot of different I'd expect to see a little bit of like experimentation from both teams. So I hope we don't just see goats.
I think in the first match we saw a decent bit of goats, but in this match we might see something a little bit different.
What's your meta game for assembling heroes?
For assembling heroes, I just I wait for everyone else to choose and then I pick my hero. That's my meta game for when I pick heroes personally.
That's a deep strategy right there.
Yeah, they call me Philip because I like to fill. Okay, my team.
You play chess. You get those high IQ stratagems.
Exactly, and I see here that these two teams are coming out with a smidgen, a different variety, a hodgepodge of strategies.
So it looks like on Gucci Gank we got a little bit of dive going on.
Yeah, and then on the other team we have the Reinhardt. So we'll see how these two can match up as we go on to the Sniper Paradise called Ilios.
I've been a little sick today. I should go to the doctor because I've been feeling a little Ilios. I did that joke before, but shout outs to that joke. It never fails.
It was a good joke. We'll see how this first team fight goes in as Sailor Twift is looking to jump in. That's Sassy.
Sassy. Sailor Twift playing the Winston right now. We're going to see both teams kind of just go at this choke point. Big shield going up for this Winston. That's going to go down really fast. We're going to see just them just try to... They're both kind of just waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Not a lot of walking forward. There's the first mistake. Dyer walks a little too far forward. And we're going to see Nano also get taken out. So we're going to see Team Verdant probably get pushed back. This McCree's probably dead. Is this Ana dead? Ana's down. Big picks right now as they are going all the way to their spawn. We're seeing some spawn camping.
And we see some dire straits coming out for Team Verdant there as they just basically walk forward. What happened there was they had a lot of pressure from the Tracer and from the Widowmaker. Widowmaker Ted getting a pick onto their other Widowmaker, and so that allowed them to walk forward and put a ton of pressure on
so they immediately switched from to Brig to take out that Tracer. Ted does get taken out immediately, gets taken out by Dulduls. As we are seeing this team, Gucci Gank, going in right now. Can you give me a Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang?
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
There we go. Look at that. That's a double kill from... Oh, no, it's technically not a double kill. All that's left is a Tracer, or not a Tracer, a little baby diva. She's going to get taken out. Brigida's still alive, but she's holding the front as Gucci Gang falls back and lets Team Verdant, together again.
Yeah, they have a lot to think about here as they push forward. They go to some sort of Reaper. I'm not going to say it's goats, but it's something to get rid of this Winston, because this Winston's been causing a lot of havoc. But in the backline, we see this Tracer.
Yeah, here comes a Tracer coming in, kills the Ana. They went Brigida to take out that Tracer, and that Tracer's causing problems. We do get a high spoon on Sailor Twift, so it's equal kind of teams right now. What's going to happen there? That's a really good purple going in by the Ana from Gucci Gank.
4 people.
Nobody was able to get killed from it. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Is that going to take out anybody? Kind of in a bad spot behind that pillar. Here comes another Diva Bomb on top of the point. Doesn't take anybody out. Takes out the Reinhardt shield, though. Here comes a Fatty Shetty. Gets 3 people in the Shatter, including the 2 healers. Splatinum somehow able to survive from that big attacks. going on, and we see Big Money Vlad get taken out, so it does look like Team Verdant not giving up without a fight. What happened there that really made the difference on that push?
I think what happened there was that Team Verdant had basically all of their ults, and so they were able to use them. When you're playing against a dive sort of composition, sometimes you're going to get picked off without, you know, your team using ults. So they had a lot stored up. They were able to get the shatter off. They were able to get the bomb off. They had a lot of ults that came out here, and so now Team Verdant is going to be on the back foot. But
X-Fracture does take out Dragoon, so that's a big pick right there. Dragoon's been causing a lot of problems. Really good purple from the Ana though, and here comes just causing problems, and they're gonna get eaten up onto the point. Even though there's a Reaper ult that does take out Splatinum, it does not look good for Team Verdant. There's just a McCree left to use the High Noon. Is that gonna do anything? Doesn't do anything. Does get stuck in the back, gets taken out by the Tracer. All that's left is a Baby Diva on the point. Can we see Team Verdant maybe try to stall this a little tiny bit?
They're gonna be able to get.
That's all they're gonna do. Here comes Ana though. Ana does get a pick somehow. They're able to get onto the point. Why aren't they standing on the point to stop people from walking forward? Here comes a walk forward. Ted and Big Money Vlad do get kills. Ted does take out the Ana. Nano does get taken out. This Reaper and this Diva and this Tracer are the only ones still alive on the point, but they're stalling pretty well. X-Fracture is causing problems for this Winston. Nobody really seems to be wanting to deal with them. A Diva Bomb comes out. It does take out Gamsha, but the objective is secured. Did somebody get off? Was that the Diva got killed? That's what happened.
Yeah, they got off because they were put into the ground Jarate. They could not stay on the point any longer, even though they tried. That was a really good stall coming out from them, but like I said, you know, they were on the back foot there, and when you're playing against dive, if you don't have these ults, then you have to have a lot of coordination, and this is a preseason game. They're not going to have the same coordination that they are when they're in Stage 2, for example. So you didn't see them peel as much as they possibly could have. I'd like to give a big shout out to Big Money Vlad there, with the cash peels coming out. I saw him block the Reaper ult, and he had a big bomb there, the really good
hungry boy right there. We call that a hungry man. We're talking about that beard battered chicken hungry man meal with the frozen side of brownie bite. Because you wanted a kid's cuisine, but you wanted one for adults. Alright, so we're gonna start off general placements for both teams. The start off of the well point of Ilios. Dive is going to go in. Doesn't really do that much against this Ariza Hog combo. Platinum does take out Nano. Big Money Vlad finds the McCree and takes him out. This Mercy might be done. Big Money Vlad's mech does get taken out, but it does not look good for Team Verdant, as they're going to have to fall back and die, essentially.
Do you know what Foster's favorite movie is?
What's Foster's favorite movie?
The color purple. You know why? Because I've seen so many fat grenades go off from Foster.
Wow! There we go!
Whenever he slings his grenade, I just see 4 or 5 people purple. So that's been a huge reason why these people have been winning their fights. So we'll see what they can do pushing in with the old ball and chain composition.
We're talking about... my name's Jarate, so I know all about those purples. We're going to see the Ariza combo come out. Once again, they're all kind of put together. They're kind of running like a pseudo little death ball right here. Fracture does take out Sailor Swift. Fracture does get taken out by Big Money Vlad. One of them falls off the point. Did Nana get booped? Nano gets booted by Platinum. Dragoon with the double kill, taking out the McCree and the Brigida. All that's left are 2 tanks. This Oriza's gone. This Road Pig's gone. Big plays coming in from Dragoon, picking off the last 2 heroes. Or the last 4 heroes.
You know, Jarate, when you're playing this Hog Orisa on this point especially, I think you need to be a little bit more aggressive than what I'm seeing out of this team. I think
they are hiding behind the shield, waiting for this Road Pig to throw a good hook and maybe get a pick that way. The Roadhog has not been able to do that for whatever reason. I mean, at this stage, I think they're just waiting for the Ariza ult to switch. I'm not that big of a fan of Ariza on this specific map, especially with the Reaper also going. Here comes some ults coming out, though. McCree with the High Noon gets Dire under. Ted also takes out Nano, so a big double kill already, and it is looking good for Gucci Gang as they have a big numbers advantage. And this Monkey, look at how upset this Monkey is against this healing Road Pig. What's going to happen here? This is high-level gameplay right here.
We see the Road Pig get just tossed around like a rag doll, but really there's not much you can do with this composition. Orisa Hog is really hard to push into a point, so you need to have advantage for it to work really well. Let's see if they can make it to the point. I don't think they are going to, though.
Here comes this Reaper, though. The Reaper decides to walk onto the point. The Lucio uses ult, so they have advantage. Dragoon and Foster take out Sure, and Dire under, and it is Gucci Gank winning 2-0 on Ilios.
You know, my thoughts for that, and this is a pretty deep analysis, Jarate. It's Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci Gang.
It's too deep for me when you think about it.
We'll see this.
I think we're gonna get the.
I think we get a little sticky here.
Ooh, you've been eating a little bit too many fruit roll-ups right there. If you got that sticky.
That's for sure. And we see the triple kill coming out from Dragoon. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Look at Big Money Vlad with that 75%. Foster with that 33%. What do you think was the player of the game? Foster or Big Money Vlad?
Oh, it's so hard to say because I think.
Or maybe Dragoon even too.
Every single part of this team just did so much. I think Sassy, Sailor Twift, he made so much room for his team to come in.
Yeah.
I saw big, I mean, we saw the 75%, okay? The 3/4, that's why they call him Big Money Vlad. He can go to the store, he can buy himself a pack of bubblegum with that, okay? That's why he's got the big stacks.
Yeah.
75% KP.
We're talking that Bazooka Joe bubblegum, not that cheap stuff.
Bazooka Joe is that cheap stuff, Joe. It's
the cheap stuff is the like quarter machine bubble gum that you get.
He can buy 3 of those. Yeah. One for each cheek, and then he can put like another in his mouth or something. I don't know.
We're getting a watch point Gibraltar game. We are taking a small break. One of the players needs to grab a quick water break.
Quick water break coming out for Gucci Gang here. Jarate, what do you want to see come out from Team Verdant? They got kind of I don't want to say stomped, but they seemed a little bit out of their element against Gucci Gang. What do you?
So it's an interesting dynamic going on that because Brigitte got nerfed pretty heavily. You're seeing Tracer exist. When's the last time Tracer's been able to exist in competitive?
Who?
Tracer.
What's a Tracer? I haven't seen this. Is it like a character? Is it like a map?
Yeah, it's a character.
Okay.
She's the one with the pistols that shoot guns.
The pistols that shoot. Oh, it's like Diva, Baby Diva.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Baby Diva with the teleport.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, that seems like a very powerful character once Brigitte gets nerfed a little bit. So
yeah, so that probably had something to do. Dragoon was able to stay Tracer basically the entire game, the entire map. They couldn't stop him. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if that continues. Tracer was such a dominant character before the introduction of like Brigitte, I would say.
So, I think what's going to happen now is that Team Verdant, at this skill level at Diamondish, I think beating Dive is actually probably the easiest thing to do, especially with like against like a newer team like Gucci Gank is. Basically you run like a Diva, you can run like a Ryan or Winston, but basically you stay back and you turn around, which is really difficult for people. But if you can do that, more or less you can just crush whoever like is going in the back line at this skill level. The higher up you go, the more you have to like worry about your cooldowns and stuff like that. But really, a big skill that really gets someone from Plat to Diamond and Diamond to Masters is the ability to peel. And I don't think we saw that at all coming out from Team Verdant right there. So I'd like to see that happen at this big dive map, which is Gibraltar.
I mean, this is also, like I said, this is different for a lot of teams. There's been some very recent balance changes, pretty heavy balance changes to character. Sure. So we're going to see that obviously make a difference. And remember, this is preseason, so we're not really like going to see teams like full, even like roster composition is going to change dramatically. The players themselves are going to switch characters around and all that fun stuff.
That's right, but it's still good to try your best and play these compositions that are standardish or close to standard, because you do want to see how you're going to go in a real life situation. Because if you play just like janky stuff, it's just like bad for your regular season first match. So
we're going to see a little bit different dive-ish going on. I mean, it is dive, but it is with Soldier 76 and a Genji. Soldier 76 is interesting on this map as opposed to a window maker. Do you think Dragoon is... Did Dragoon play Tracer last round, correct?
Yeah.
So maybe he's good with those burst weapons.
It'll be interesting to see what Verdant does here. I feel as though if Dodge Soul, I assume he's going to switch to the Widowmaker. There you go. He might have a bit of an advantage here since he doesn't have someone to go against him, but we'll see what picks he can get out as we start the initial push for Team
Soldier
Verdant.
76 is able to crap out a lot of damage against dive. Not the best anti-dive, but pretty good. Here comes a good shield coming out from that Winston, as they're just going to have dive battles up top. I don't really like this positioning for Gucci Gank for a dive composition like they have. They're kind of playing it as if they had a Reinhardt. Dragoon does take out Doddles, so big pick right there.
That's the key to move in for them.
I didn't see what happened. Big Money Vlad takes out X-Fracture, as we're seeing some big boys walking forward right now. What do you think about this special? Ted is going to clean up. Big Money Vlad and Ted cleaning up along with the sassy Sailor Twift.
Yeah, so what we saw there was I think Dragoon hit Dodsoul with that fat nade, the right click of the soldier, and just one-shot him basically with that. So, you know, you have to be really careful to stay a little bit further back as that Widowmaker.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this current dive technique going on.
Well, they're diving on Phosphor.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're not diving with, like, enough force.
No, definitely not. I agree completely.
X-Fracture, I don't even see him during most. So, like, I don't know, maybe a Hank coming out. I mean, obviously we talked, this is preseason, so a lot of this team communication and stuff isn't going to be good. Dragoon with another pick on X-Fracture, having problems on that Sombra play. Dire Under gets taken out by Big Money Vlad, so this is looking not very good for Team Verdant. Platinum takes out Gamsha, and it is looking even worse for Team Verdant. Another pick off. Here comes the big boys walking forward. They're going to stand in front of the spawn.
So there's a little bit of posturing here. I know that Sassy, you know, he's feeling really confident after getting those big picks, so he wants to stay out and show him that he's the boss. He's the big.
Yeah, we got a lot of ults coming in from Team Verdant. Hopefully they can point. We have a Nano from Nano. We got an Angry Monkey, we got a Diva Bomb, and we got a Lucio, along with a Hank coming out really soon. So 5 ults too, and it's, I mean, they got to use them soon because the other team's gonna get ult pretty dang soon too. So I don't know, they're kind of just walking back.
They're taking all this poke when they don't need to be taking all this poke, and it's causing them to like stall their push out. But
yeah,
here they're
they
gonna
lost
be
ult advantage right now, so now Gucci Gank has all the ult. Here comes a big ult coming in from the Diva. Gamsha does get a pick though. Big pick, two HGH. We're talking about that Rafael Palmeiras stuff going out right now. Doddles takes out Phosphor, but Big Money Vlad's able to take out Fracture. Dire Under is able to take out Big Money Vlad, so big picks going off. But we're going to see Team Verdant kind of have a small advantage. They had to use a lot of ults to get that small advantage though. The other team having 4 of their ults still stored up, but are they going to be able to take point 1? Here comes a blade coming in real fast already, and it causes the Lucio to have to ult. Both Lucios ulting at the same time.
But he goes down without any picks.
Yeah.
Jarate,
So
are they gonna be able to take this?
I think they will. This is looking like a big advantage for them. See, it does look like Dude Doddle is gonna get maybe harassed by this Diva behind him. Is able to get away. Fracture is able to take out Sailor Twift. Doddles is able to take out Foster despite getting picked on. And we're gonna see, I think Team Verdant's gonna have this unless a lot of ults come out. The Diva Bomb does come out, doesn't really do anything. So we're gonna see another HGH come out. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on. Really good stall by Gucci Gank right now.
Yeah, extremely good. In fact, this is kind of disconcerting, but they're able to finally get some picks here, and they should be able to cap it, although Sailor Twift here is going to be monkeying around a little bit.
Look at this stall tactic from this Winston. I love it. He gets picked off. It's the end of the round, or the end of first part. Team Verdant is able to get the first point.
I'm a little disappointed with the positioning of that visor coming out from Dragoon. I would have preferred him on the top of...
He switched to Tracer immediately, so he was just...
Yeah, I guess for the first point he just unplayed Soldier, which is a decent strategy. We're going to see Verdant take the top here with the Widowmaker. I think that's a very smart strategy to make sure that the Widow doesn't get dived by Ted. Looks like he's about to dive.
But he's about to dive. Yeah, this Widowmaker is not in a good position. Doddles does get taken out by Big Money Vlad. That is a good purple that comes in response, but this Winston is not going to be able to do anything with very little support since Sailor Twift was able to kind of get behind him and distract him. This is not looking good for Team Verdant, as we're seeing a lot of the same problems that have been haunting them throughout most of this round. Just not able to kind of be together and win these pushes when the other team wants to. But hey, they got pretty far distance off of that one initial push that they got. It was one win, really, that they got.
Yeah, I think so far what we see is a bit of an outclassing of tanks here from Gucci Gang versus Team Verdant. I just feel as though Team Verdant has not had the right like mindset in terms of like where to push. Like they've been pushing from like the same place over and over again, which is a bad idea. But we'll see what they can do with this push. They're getting kind of stuck here at the door, so see if they can make space for the team.
Here comes an HGH coming out for this Winston. We're talking about that 1990s basketball, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire era. Here comes Sammy Sosa coming in with that Dragon Blade. He's not gonna... Oh, he got Nano. Here comes a big bomb coming out. There's a lot of stuff going on. TBH, Tempest gets taken out. Not looking good for Team Verdant, as they don't have any healers currently around. Big Money Vlad's just gonna clear everybody out, and we're gonna see Tempest, or Verdant, have to regroup. Tempest does switch to that Mercy. They're gonna get a far Mercy. Do you think that's a good strategy against this current team comp?
Well, you have to try something else. You know, things haven't been working out for them, and you know, with the Pharah being buffed recently, along with Mercy, I don't know. I think it's an idea. They need to try something.
Yeah. So they're just gonna run into this wall, see what they can get out of this far Mercy. Kind of in a bad position right now against that house. They're kind of doing work though. Not a lot of hit scan. The Mercy does get taken out. She got stuck on the wing. It looked like.
Yeah, I see.
She could have wung it better. She didn't wing it well enough. Here comes an ult coming in, and this is probably the end for Team Verdant. They're able to get halfway to point 2.
A decent push coming out from Team Verdant right there.
Yeah, not terrible. Maybe a little bit too late with that Mercy pick, the far Mercy.
Maybe. The big problem there though is we see the far Mercy, right? But then we see like a Reinhardt with the far Mercy, although you'd rather have like a Winston, and then we saw the D.Va with the Reinhardt instead of with the far Mercy giving peel. But then I don't know, there's just the lines, you know. You typically want traditionally you want the front line in front, and then you want the far Mercy maybe in the middle, and then you want like a Zenyatta or Ana in the back or something like that, right? That's traditionally what you want to see coming out. Instead, we saw the DPS all the way out in the front, like way past the spaceship. Then we saw on cart, we saw the tanks, and then behind them, you know, it's just we have a few maybe a communication disconnect between the main tank and the DPS. I think that's what we have.
Yeah. If I'm Verdant right now, I might consider playing. I mean, they're gonna run like dive, I guess, against this team. I was gonna say try to run a little bit of goat against them. We haven't seen a lot of goat right now.
Well, goat is kind of difficult because on this map it's I mean, you can run goats on every map because it's goats, right? But on this map it's very much a divey map, so
it is very much a divey map. I don't disagree with it, but dive has not. They've been getting out dove, I would say, and that's the reason why I suggested, or just switch out something other than D.Va, like maybe Zarya Reinhardt. Go for your 2 tank plays. I don't mind the Junkrat pick. I don't mind the Tracer pick. But just switch up the tanks a little bit. This tank play is getting pretty stagnant, I would say.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with this very first push.
We get a big bear trap. Big bear hunting getting on that D.Va. Sailor's Twift is able to dive. Gets slept, throws down a down a shield, kind of gets separated. Gucci Gank is going to just push the cart forward. Big Money Vlad is kind of doing a little bit of work up top, kind of taking out a lot of their team. This Junkrat's causing problems, putting out a lot of damage so far. But it's going to be interesting to see how long that lasts. Junkrat's pretty easy to, if you focus him, he can get taken out. He doesn't have the best movement options. But it looks like Team Verdant's holding off pretty decently right now.
We just don't see the right amount of aggression coming out from Team Verdant. I've seen Sassy, Sailor Twift, he just dove in with literally no one behind him and to pick him off. They just kind of let him go wherever he wanted to. So,
yeah, so that's not looking good. This is not looking good for this.
There's a punishment.
There is a punish, as the D.Va is able to get through. The D.Va is able to get killed though, but that's a... I mean, Baby D.Va is still kind of alive. It's going to be interesting to see. Here comes the Lucio and the Ana getting attacked by this Winston. We're going to see HGH come. D.Va, this is not looking good for that Winston either. Big Money Vlad with a double kill. Here they go. Big Money Vlad is able to do some work. Is he going to get killed? by the Junkrat, doesn't get killed by the Junkrat, but they're able to walk forward. Junkrat is still alive. Not much he can do against this push, as they're going to take point one. It is not looking good for Verdant. They're really going to have to step up their defensive pressure, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. And we see these tanks deep far in, even though they've lost key players.
Fracture does take out Sailor Twift. I like that play by Fracture to pick the Junkrat on this map with this team comp.
Here, though.
It's going to be interesting. Here comes an HEH coming out on the Monkey. That's a big play, but Diva Bomb also comes out, takes out Nano. Was she behind the shield? I didn't see where the Ana was. Nice P-Jar coming out. We're going to see another ult coming in from the Diva. Doesn't take anybody out. Big Money Vlad is able to take out Dire Under, though. There's a Tracer or a Diva behind enemy lines, is able to kick back. There is also a Tracer in the form of Daldals. She's causing problems, along with this Pharah coming out, is able to take out Dragoon. But it does not look good for Team Verdant as they lose. Gucci Gank with another victory, 2-0 for Gucci Gank.
Gucci Gank pressure is just way too strong for Verdant. I don't know what they can do, Jarate. It seems like Verdant has tried basically every single team composition besides
I haven't seen
the
goats.
Zarya.
I haven't seen goats.
Sure, we should see. I think goats maybe would be good, and
if these things aren't working, if these things aren't working, this can always go to some, especially because it's preseason, man. Go to some gimmick. Go to some.
Yeah, because I just like to see that happen. In
Big Money Vlad with that 69% kill participation.
Now, what can you buy with 69 cents, Strati, at the store?
You can buy at least 3 Bazooka Joe bubblegum. Are you a big Bazooka Joe fan?
What kind of gum do I like the most? I'm a
big 5 guy.
That's the fancy gum, right?
Yeah.
The black one, the black thing, yeah.
I'm a fancy guy. I live a life of luxury.
I like the one that the strawberry one, whatever it's called.
Do you remember the one with the rainbow colored ones that had the zebra on the front?
Yes, I remember those. The chiclets sort of things, or
no, they were just like gum pieces.
Oh, I see.
But you might have had a weird southern variety of it.
Perhaps, because us Southerners have very wacky gum flavors. That's what we're known for, Jarate. But yeah,
barbecue flavored gum.
Let's go over our match instead of talk about gum, okay?
All right.
So, what would you like to see come out from Team Verdant to stop Gucci Gang's dives? Because Gucci Gang seems super comfortable with diving on top of them.
I mean, if you're on defense, I'm always toward the random Bastion pick just to put it in their head, like, oh, this is something they're willing to do. Just get a little bit. I mean, I want to see Reinhardt Zarya too.
Yeah,
that's mostly what I want to see out of this, because you've been running a lot of Diva, you've been running a lot of Winston. There's not a lot of shieldage going on.
I think the Bastion idea, it's a little silly, but I think the idea behind it is actually correct.
Bastion did get massively buffed, actually. So
did he? He did.
His spread got smaller, and in his recon mode, he now has 35 bullets. So when you think about it, he's basically a Soldier 76 who can heal himself,
but extra slow. Well, Soldier 76 can heal himself already, Jarate. Sorry. I didn't mean to make you look bad.
We are going to Hanamura.
Is this going to be the snow version of Hanamura? I think it's just the regular version, right?
I want the snow version of Hanamura.
Yeah, I don't think that's regulation, though, Gerard.
Do you know if we are going to... So let's just say Gucci Gank wins. Okay. Are we going to a 3rd game or 4th game?
Yeah, we'll be going to a 4th game, but we won't be going to a 5th game. Now, what Team Verdant needs to do, I'll explain. This is how it's going to happen in the regular season as well in Owlet. If you go down 0-2, you need to win the next 2 games to force a 5th game. If you lose your next game, but then win the next one, so it's 3-1, you won't get that 5th game, okay? So it's basically 1st to 3.
Yeah. So, no, I'm saying if Gucci Gank wins, they're up 3-0, right? So then is that 4th round going to happen?
Yes, the 4th round will happen, but not a 5th round. 5th round will only happen if it's 2-2. So 4 rounds for sure. 5th one, possibly. We'll see if Verdant can turn it around here and punish these dives. I don't think that Gucci Gank is this a super massive force, like GM team that's, going on. I mean, they've looked very good, but what you have to remember is that for a new team that's doing dive is probably the most exploitable team meta to in terms of
dive requires a lot of communication,
exactly,
a lot of experience.
Exactly. So the fact of the matter is that you can punish that sort of thing just by sticking together, sticking close to each other, and smacking dive people. Go like this. Ow. Go like that.
Big smacks going on.
But it seems as though we're not going to be running dive.
I was about to make a very inappropriate joke.
Luckily, you stopped.
Yeah, luckily I stopped myself.
The little angel in your head stopped you from saying it on stream.
The hooded Kermit did not allow me to say it. We are going to see, so Team Verdant is going to run Zarya Reinhardt, like we said.
Yeah,
do you think they were listening to us?
A death ball sort of thing with a Mei, which is a very interesting pick. I like this pick, especially
on this map, especially.
But so what we're gonna see here,
exactly, with this stupid choke point that they have,
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty decent for Mei. You can trap people. It's a nice gimmick pick, I would say. That's what I was looking for. Something to just cause a little bit of like mental problems for the other team. That's what I want to see. I want to see those mind games.
And they're just gonna walk straight.
They are. We're gonna walk forward. Mei is gonna be able to get Sailor Twiff. Sailor Twiff does get taken out by Daddy. Is Platinum also gonna get? Like I said, that Mei pick coming in pretty handy right there.
Sure.
You're gonna see this Reinhardt though try to walk forward on Team Verdant. They did switch colors, so we are seeing Gucci Gank on red, Team Verdant on blue. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, now I do notice. Thank you, Jarate.
That Mei pick is probably. Let's see it go back up. Reaper or this Zarya is still going out. Does pick off the Reinhardt, but Donalds is able to take out a lot of people. Big Money Vlad kills themselves.
That's a really.
There is a Reinhardt on the point, not able to do much. This Mei pick is working out very well for them. Reinhardt does get taken out by TBH Tempest. Looking good for Team Verdant right now. Why didn't you throw out this Reinhardt Zarya pick earlier?
I don't know. Oh,
here comes a big pick from Donalds.
Pick.
Yeah, so if I'm Ted right now, I might consider you getting... I mean, I think he's going to wait until he gets ult, but switching to Widowmaker to try to compete against the other team's Widowmaker.
See, at this point, he's got 76 ult percentage, while the Zarya has 61, so he's going to want to hold it until Zarya has 100, not just himself.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Zarya pick. That is a big brain strategy coming out.
But we'll see if it's going to be holding up for too long. They're just going to walk in, and they get 3 kills.
And it's another big freeze coming in from this Mei. Picks off Sailor Twiff. That's a big ult coming in for your Team Verdant. Ted did not use the ult, though. Remember when we talked about it?
Yeah, he didn't use it because Zarya didn't get 100%.
I'm sorry, I mixed up the Zaryas.
Right. So Fracture had
me small brain. Love big brain.
Yeah, me. That's why me color caster, because I have the big brain. I get to give you the analysis here. You know.
I want to see every color. This is not a colorblind cast.
Oh, that's a big pick.
That is a big pick from Ted, causing problems. Here comes a Mei ult though, causing problems for themselves. Ted is gonna get taken out. Is that the only major pick that they're gonna get? Dragoon does get taken out by Donalds. Donalds is doing problems. Platinum gets taken out. A lot of headshots. Gamster takes out Phosphor. Big Money Vlad is able to take out Fracture, but Donalds is able to take out Veslev. All that's left is Zarya, and she's down 2. Wow! Team Verdant flipping this game on its backside.
I do see something a little bit disconcerting for Team Verdant, though. We see TBH Tempest using his ult, which could have been very useful for this Grav Dragon that they know has to be coming up. They haven't seen a Grav in the past 3 minutes. They haven't seen the Dragon in the past 3 minutes. They know it's going to come here. Yeah. So basically, Dire Under
is just walking forward. Here comes a big flank play, though. They're going to take out Big Money. The ult does come out. Here comes the Dragon. They only got Dire Under out of that. I guess Fracture Dragoon did take out Fracture. There's all that's left in that little room is a Daddy. Daddy gets taken out. Dados is able to take out Ted, but it's not looking good for Team Verdant on this point. Gamsha is the only person left on the point along with Tempest, but it's going to be a rough deal against these 3 people. Oh, there's 5 people. HGH comes out on this Reinhardt. Gamster gets taken out. Tempest gets taken out. All that's left is a Widowmaker, and they're probably going to take first point unless some crazy stalls happen. No, it does look like Tempest or Verdant is going to fall back.
Yeah, the May pick super good for Team Verdant, but they can't continue to use this as they push into the second point. There's not as many chokes that they can stop up because there's like 3 or 4 areas coming.
She is at 80%. I would wait for that 80%. Ted, like I said, switches to Tracer as opposed to Widowmaker. I forgot that Tracer is competent in this meta now, so they're playable. Another freeze coming in, doesn't really do anything. Here comes a charge from the Reinhardt. Reinhardt is just walking forward without anybody on his team. Other than this,
point. No one's on point for them. They're gonna get a free tick out of it.
But here comes big attacks. Nobody's paying attention to the point, Verdant. This Reinhardt is getting distracted, ladies and gentlemen. They get a tick out of it. Are they gonna get anything else out of it? Verdant is able to hold off though, but they did get a sneak tick. They're pretty far in the second point too.
Yeah, they're over 50%, and we see Dire Under shattering nothing there after the team fight was already won, so that's going to be pretty big for them. Although they do have the Zarya grab, so he'll be able to build it up really quickly, so it might not be that big.
Yeah, they do also have that freeze. We're talking about that water ice going down.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is the don't move ult combo that they have here.
Yeah, so another split off coming from this May. I can't see what's going on because the Mayball's blocked it. Here comes the ult coming in from the Zarya. All they're going to be able to do is really take out this D.Va. D.Va's able to survive somehow. How did they not?
Now she's not.
No, the D.Va...
she got out, wow.
But this... Ted and Splatinum are both able to get taken out pretty easily. This May is causing problems right now. If you are red, what are you going to do against... I mean, you have a lot of ults, too, coming out.
Yeah, I think if you're red... You're going to be clicking Q. You're going to be clicking it. You're not going to be pressing it because it's on your mouse now. You've moved it to your mouse. That's all you're going to be clicking it. You're going to be clicking Q.
It's your north click.
Exactly. So that's basically what's going to happen here. We're going to see a lot of Qs. Let's see what they can do with dive coming out.
Here comes Big Monkey coming out. Doesn't really do anything. Here comes the May ult. That's what I wanted to see. Doesn't really do anything with the May ult either. Does anybody get frozen from it? Nobody got frozen other than this D.Va. D.Va gets... stays alive. Dragoon, though, doing work on the point, gets a double kill. Ted takes out Teddy. Fracture gets taken out by Splatinum, and it is looking very good all of a sudden for Gucci Gang. Taylor Swift does get pinned. Are they going to die? Gets stunned, but isn't able to do anything with it. Doddles is still alive. Tempest is still alive on the point. They have a Hammond also on the point. Are they going to be able to stall it all? They're doing a pretty good job stalling right now, I would say. But it's only a matter of time. Pretty much everybody other than this Hammond is done. The Hammond gets taken out really fast. May is the only one alive. She's going to ice block onto the point. Reinhardt's going to go onto the point. Reinhardt's going to get taken out. May's going to be in this corner by herself, gets taken out. All that's left is Moira. Moira gets taken out. Tempest gets taken out by the ult. And it is... And here comes the Hammond! Hammond's doing work! This is a good stall right now.
We have not seen blue team get one kill in that entire stall.
That was probably like a 30 or 40 second stall, though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know if that's like a bad map design or something, but you know that's a pretty good stall, all things considered.
Are you talking about 2 CP maps having bad map design, Love?
I would never suggest sort of thing, Jarate. Yeah, that seems too.
I'm gonna have to call Jeff up.
No, please don't call Jeff. Please.
But right there you saw that perfect like respawn difference where all of them could stream out at the same time, like at different time periods, and able to stun that for so long. The Hammond was able to stun that point for seemingly like 20 seconds all on his own.
I know they were able to stall a little bit longer because of that. However, I would have liked to see Team Verdant chill a little bit, you know, like they get their respawns and maybe wait for another person and then go out and then use their ult or something, because I feel as though they were just kind of like spamming all of their abilities, like just clicking their keyboard like this, going like that, okay? And it didn't really work out for them because, you know, then you don't have any abilities when your other teammates come in. So it's good to coordinate at these last minute things is what I'm trying to say, basically.
They got a big one of those big humongous buttons that you just like, you know, like the ready button they used to have. They got one of those that just Overwatch ability is what it says.
Oh, I see. And
they just press
smash it constantly.
Yeah, that's the W key. That's the most important key that you can be pressing. Give them that walk forward.
And it seems like they're going to be giving the walk forward here.
Yeah, so you're going to see that same, a pretty similar team as what they walked in with. Or what the defense ran last time on this point. Switch out the Widowmaker with a Ted on Hanzo, and switch out the May with a McCree on, with being played by Dragoon. These tanks are going to walk forward for Team Verdant. They're pretty far ahead compared to everybody else. Dragoon able to get a really fast kill on Fracture. Fracture does get res though, but that's a res that's not going to be there for another 30-some seconds. Widowmaker's not able to kind of walk through that gate. The Far Mercy is still alive. They're shooting things behind them. Pretty good spot for them to be in right now as the tanks kind of walk forward.
Yeah, as long as the tanks walk forward, they're going to be able to get a lot of pressure. But it seems that the tanks are walking backwards, so they might not be able to have that pressure on the left-hand side.
So Ted does take out Dodo SLS. Dodos.
Dodo. I think it's a pretty good art movement. You know, I like that surreal sort of thing.
What do you think about Daddy already having ult? Foster about to have ult too. We're gonna see some 1990s baseball.
Yeah, so we're gonna see.
I don't want to say this, but we're gonna see some LeBron James as well.
See some LeBron. We have some Sprite on the court coming out. Dire Under versus Sailor Twift. Let's see how the HH
Here comes
does.
some HH going out already. We got these got two big hammers swinging at each other. One's purple, gets taken out. Daddy does get taken out. We're gonna see big Gucci Gank doing some work on this defense. Wow, just pick it off.
Yo, so
Team
what happened
Verdant.
there? It was Sammy Sosa versus Rafael Palmeiro, and Sammy Sosa won. It was Mark McGuire, excuse me. That was the classic, right? Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
We're
right?
talking about Andy Pettit.
You know, Andy Pettit was out here. We saw Sailor Twift walk in front of Dire Under, walk past him, in fact, and then shatter, which is what gave his team the ability to walk forward and kill the 3 people that he shattered. So big work coming out there from Sailor Twift.
By the way, big shout out to Mountain Dew. It's basically HGH but for gamers.
Yeah, basically. So,
So we're gonna see Gucci Gank run, or we're gonna see Team Verdant run basically the same point. I think they're gonna wait for ults from Tempest and Fracture. Here comes an ult coming in. Are they gonna be able to use? Ted though gets a quad. Fracture's only able to get a dub. Dragoon's able to take out Fracture. Grab Draggy right there.
that was a Ted Dragon.
Yeah.
His name is Ted. If it was Dragoon, then I would say it was a grab.
What was the
Dragoon.
name of that one show? Ted American Dragon? That's what that was. We got an NA Dragon right there.
This is what's gonna happen when you run the Ana and the Mercy with none of that Zen or Lucy or anything that can just like out heal with an ult. So it's just what you have to deal with.
So here comes a lot of ults though. Another HGH coming out. Ana Nano comes out. We're gonna see Blue though not take a lot of casualties. Fracture does get taken out. Dados is able to take out Dragoon, so it's a 5v5 right now. Splatinum is stuck in a bear trap, is able to survive somehow, able to get away. So a lot of ults coming out. Team Verdant does not have a lot of ults in response though.
No, they don't, and that's because they used their barrage with the last grab, and now they're just trickling. They're just gonna die here.
Yeah. Here comes Bad News Bears for Team Verdant. It's not looking good. This Mercy is still alive. Mercy's about to get picked off. This Reinhardt's about to die. Mercy gets taken out. Excuse me, I had a burp. Junkrat gets taken out. All that's left is Zarya and McCree. Not much they can do. This Zarya, look at Big Money Vlad walking forward.
Yeah, he's lit up like a Christmas tree. Ho, ho, ho.
We're talking about that Alaska bullworm. We talking big, pink, and scary.
Exactly. He put 3 big presents on the Christmas tree of death there.
Yeah.
For Team Verdant.
Team Verdant has some ults, but not a lot of options. Here comes a Nano Boost. Here comes another Dragon Strike coming out. Reinhardt is able to...
That's it.
Gucci Gank up 3-0 on Team Verdant.
What can you do, Jarate? What can you do? If you're Team Verdant, you've lost this match at this point. You were able to stall out a little bit, and you had a pretty good defense there with the Mei, but it just seems as though you're getting outclassed. What can you do with this final map that we're going into? Let's look at these dragons, by the way.
By the way, he pressed Q right there.
You did. 2 people pressed Q, actually. Big Money Vlad and Ted pressed Q, Jarate.
He had a lot of Qs being pressed. Shout out to Phosphor right there. Another big healing game for Phosphor. Splatinum with 24 defensive assists. Big Money Vlad, another big Elim participation.
Yeah, Phosphor has been the silent killer for Team Verdant. He's been going in and just purpling all of them, healing up his team, giving them the juice when they need it, okay? It's like he's the guy in the clubhouse, he's the shady manager who gives them the juice and the thigh.
We're talking about MJ's Special Water.
What's that?
Did you not watch Space Jam?
I did not watch Space Jam. All I know is the.
Do you want me to spoil Space Jam for you?
No, don't spoil. No, we're in front of hundreds of thousands of people right now. Please don't spoil Space Jam for all of them.
Spoilers for Space Jam. Michael Jordan dies.
Well, thanks. Now I'm not gonna watch Space Jam because my hero died.
Nano does get put into spectator, does come back in. Yeah, casters are ready. We are going to Eichenwalde. What do you like about Eichenwalde?
Not much.
Did you like stalling on those 2 CP last points?
I love stalling, Jarate. Tell me more about stalling in Eichenwalde.
Well, you know that last little push you got on Eichenwalde? There's gonna be a lot of stalling coming up.
Have you ever been to a castle before, Jarate?
I've been to a Mars cheese castle.
What's a cheese castle?
It's a specific store in Wisconsin that sells a massive amount of cheese.
Okay. Does it look like the Eichenwalde castle that we're looking at right
now? There's a lot more cheese involved, I would say.
But basically the concept is the same, except perhaps
and it was just kind of a building. It wasn't really a castle. I've been to White Castle before. Does that count?
That counts. I mean, this is kind of white. It's like a little like off-white, grayish. But you know, it's basically the same thing. I think they have hamburgers in there. That's what they're pushing the cart for, right? It's like they're driving to White Castle.
Yeah. There is a football player that I like named Matt Castle.
Okay. He's he throws the pigskin around, right? And
he's a quarterback.
Scores the touchdowns.
Yeah, he was the backup quarterback to the Patriots under Tom Brady. Won 11 games.
Yeah.
One season.
We'll see if Team Verdant here can drive the car all the way to White Castle and get the epic cheeseburger at the end.
Yeah.
Roddy, you think
winner cheeseburger dinner. Actually, it'd be a slider.
It would be a slider.
Team Gucci Gank running in with that similar, basically the same team comp they had last round. Team Verdant, it looks like they're kind of doing some goats right now. Give him the goat. Give him the goat. I want to hear that goat. So here comes the goats walking forward. We're going to see some walking forward. And that's actually, I want to see this coming out from Team Verdant just to see, like, is this them being too, look at this goat coming out already. Sailor Twift gets taken out. They did not expect this goat. What did I say about using this goat? You got to get these mind games going, fam.
Exactly. People think goats is no skill, but guess what? They're going to win this point because of it. Look at it. Look at all this pressure they have.
Although they're not really doing really good purple coming out. Dire Under does get a double kill though. TBH Tempest does get killed by Ted, but you know, big advantage from the goat. Let's go with that. Bah, bah. Here comes a dragon already from Ted. Not able to really do all that much though. Does save out Nano. I didn't see that. Dire Under does get taken out, but they're able to cap the point.
Yeah, all these picks don't really matter all that much because they're just going to push this cart for free for the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, so those picks don't matter at all. Then obviously ultimate charge. But that's hard to, that's hard to value. Do you see 2 ults coming in from Gucci Gang, coming in from Foster and Sailor Twiff? On the opposite side, you have Dire Under and Daddy both with ults. Nano's getting pretty close to ult. And you do see Dragoon switch to Junkrat as opposed to McCree. There's not
the Shatter. Oh!
Here comes a Shatter coming out. Does it really do anything? Sailor Twiff does get HGH. Is able to take out Dire Under. Ted is able to take out Tempest. Foster is able to take out Dados. Nano is also able to get taken out. So they kind of just ran against them a little bit. That Goats fell apart a little bit.
I think that's almost fine. That was almost okay for Verdant. I mean, it's fine if you get a few ults out of Gucci Gang, which they did get. But the problem here is that they also used their rally. So now they're not going to have
bad rally from the Brigitte.
But they're going to have all this pressure, although they're losing the shield battle because look at all this spam.
Here comes an ult coming in from the Zarya. Here comes a dragon coming through. That's going to likely Dire Under and Gank taken out. No tanks for Verdant, as we're going to see a Kamehameha wave come out from the red team as Nano is trying to come. Nano's all that's left, and this D.Va. This D.Va is also screwed. We're going to see some big booty damage. Looks like Goats has kind of found, a little bit of problem. What are you doing if you're a red team right now going out of that spawn? Stay in spawn right now, guys. Don't even give him this ult charge.
Yeah, just stay in the spawn. Don't even push for the next 4 minutes. Just stay in there. Make sure they don't get any ult charge other than the passive ult charge.
They do have 3 ults coming in for Team Verdant. We're going to see 3 ults, though, coming in for Gucci Gang. Here comes a or big bomb coming in from the D.Va. Doesn't get anybody. Comes in with the shatter. Is able to shatter Sailor Twift. Sailor Twift comes back with his shatter of his own. Comes in with the dragon though. Sailor Twift takes out Gamshow with the fire strike. This D.Va is dead as well inside this building. Here comes a tire coming out just to clean off. I don't really like this tire too much.
It's a bit of a BM tire. It's just gonna stay out here and there's the.
Does take out Daddy though. When you think about it though, get that Junkrat lazy boy, because he shouldn't be using that tire.
You think he's just chilling on top of that castle, Jarate, on a lazy boy? You know, he's got his legs perched up.
He's tired, man. He's tired.
He's very tired.
Phosphor and Splatinum both keep their ults, so 2 huge ults for them to go against this Zarya ult. Doddles is going to switch to Hanzo. Daddy is going to switch to this Pharah. Pharah gets taken out by Ted. Tempest reses Nano, who gets taken out by Dragoon. Ted takes out Dire Under, so this is not looking good for Team Verdant. They had such a good go to begin with. And the other team just went Junkrat instead of McCree, and this goat fell apart.
You know, they refuse to run Lucio or Zenyatta on Team Verdant. I don't really like play when they have the Grab Dragons. They need something to counter it. But it seems as though they're going to be diving now. Let's see if they can do anything with it against the Junkrat.
So Phosphor does take out Tempest, so that is not a good start that you want to see. This Pharah is all by herself without any helpful people. This is an ult that comes out from the Zarya. The big shatter coming in from Swift gets 2 people, and it Gamsha's down. And we're going to see another team wipe coming in for Gucci Gang. It was looking so good for Verdant. What happened, LuvGangster? Was the Junkrat really that big of a difference?
A Junkrat who sits unopposed and can spam forever, basically, that's like bang,
I want
bang,
to see.
bang.
So, have you noticed anybody on Verdant flanking it?
No, they keep pushing the same area. They keep pushing this little... Well, actually, they have been jumping up top here, but I feel as though when you jump up top like that over the castle...
Dragoon takes out TBH Tempest. This Dragoon right here is just unopposed. Just launching grenades through the point.
The Blue Eyes White Dragon coming out.
Yeah. Did we see a dragon come out?
Well, now we
Here comes the Red Eyes Black Dragon coming out. We're going to see the dive at the same time. We're going to see a lot of dragons come. Ladies and gentlemen, Seto Kaiba is very happy about this turn of events.
Well, as well as Joey Wheeler, the 2 dragons going against each other. Nothing came of it though, and now we see they're actually gonna just like stand around the point.
Trying to figure out. Ted does take out Doddles. Ted takes out Daddy as well. Here comes a tire, gonna get a double kill.
Oh,
is that a triple technically?
Oh baby,
2.5.
I counted it as a triple, okay, because D.Va's mech is one.
Here comes this Ana. This Ana is screwed. Daddy is all that's left on the in the beginning. They're gonna try to walk forward and push the other team back. Gucci Gang falls back a little bit. Let me get that. Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
I think this is a good time for Verdant to come up with a set strategy when your first strategy doesn't work, because it seems as though they're just kind of choosing random characters that they're maybe like comfortable with, but maybe doesn't go together against this composition properly. So I think at this point this is a good time for them to look back in their VOD review and see which characters that they can choose when their death ball isn't working.
Yeah, right? So I would like to see them have a little bit more. I don't know, it just seems like a lot of missions. So maybe this is preseason. This is an opportunity to test out a lot of different stuff. Winston jumps forward. Did he get nanoed and not do anything? I think he got nanoed and didn't do anything. Another nano comes out from their other team. Sorry, here comes the dragon. Doesn't really need to be used. Tempest gets taken out. Doddles gets taken out. Daddy gets taken out. And it's not looking good for Team Red. Team Verdant having a tough time on this point. They reach half of point 1 again. Or to point 2.
Where did the dragon go? Where did the dragon go? Oh, there's the dragon.
It just took a bit. Delayed dragon.
It looks like they're just gonna push it for a few extra centimeters because they're not looking at.
Yeah, nobody's looking at this Lucio. Lucio's just.
You see Lucio going on right now.
Who's coming in with the Lucio? Where's the? Here comes Dragon. What was it?
Jarate, when you miss a tire like that, how does that affect you mentally when you're going into the next round? You've already won 3-0.
Honestly, it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't affect me at all at the last of this.
Well, you only have one person, and it's a Lucio, and then you just don't even get the Lucio with the tire. It's crazy, Jarate.
I mean, it was a panic.
It's a matter of pride, okay?
Is he the pride of his family right now?
I think Dragoon is. I mean,
Dragoon's
dragons
gonna have to keep playing Junkrat to make up for that just shameful display right there.
Exactly.
So if you're Dragoon right there, I'm gonna send him a message. I'm gonna whisper at him and say, "Hey, man, that was pretty embarrassing."
It was a little embarrassing. We laughed on stream about it.
On those VODs that they're gonna watch.
Yeah. I'm sure they're not going to mute us at all. So, what happened there in that last, basically all those pushes, was that they were losing the shield battle. Team Verdant was losing the spam battle. That's what happens when you have a Junkrat and you have a Hanzo. You're just not going to have shields. So in order to counter that, you have things like maybe a Widowmaker, maybe some long-range things like that. You had a Pharah and you had a Mercy, but then you had the Zarya and the Hanzo on the other team. You had nothing to counter that, so whenever you got grabbed, you lost half of your team. Yeah. Basically, it's a matter of composition. I don't think they have it yet. I don't think they have the knowledge or the study. They need to study together compositions that are good against certain characters. I think that's what they need to do as a team.
So we are going to see Gucci Gank run with that Zarya, Reinhardt, little bit of death ball going in with Dragoon on the Tracer. On the opposite side, we got some Torbjorn, ladies and gentlemen. The Torbjorn meta is coming out. Here comes the Torbjorn. I like Torbjorn, although he's kind of a struggle. Here comes Dragoon on the flanks. It's going to be rough to play.
The kill from the Torbjorn already.
The Torbjorn gets a... Look at that. Torbjorn, you don't even have to aim. Honeyvlad takes out the sentry gun, but Ted is able to get taken out by Doddles. So look at these gimmick strategies coming out. See, this is what I'm talking about, too. If you run a lot of different gimmick strategies, you can get a lot of, you know, these
Jarate.
Interesting points right
Jarate, it's not a gimmick if it works, okay? And it worked. It got him a kill.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Exactly. And now we see them walking over the
kind of walking forward, though. Dragoon does get taken out by Doddles. Doddles is doing some good work on that Soldier 76. Ted takes out Daddy and the sentry gun. Big pick for Daddy. That's tough to play that Hanzo against tough to play Torbjorn against the Hanzo. We're gonna see just two Reinhardts swinging big hammers at each other. Sailor Swift is able to get the most of it. Foster is able to take out Nano as well. All that's left is the Soldier 76. The Soldier 76 does not have a chance. And we're gonna see Gucci Gang just probably take this first point.
No, they can stop it.
They're not going to.
Oh, they're not going to. I thought maybe they had a chance to stop it because they killed Sailor Swift. His ult actually went off, but they were able to kill him before it went off completely. So I thought maybe they had a chance, but no, I guess not. And they're gonna go to dive here to push it to the final area.
Yeah, so we are going to see dive happen. Dive is interesting to run into Torbjorn. That Winston is going to be very difficult to dive Torbjorn if you keep your Torbjorn close to your Ana and your Zenyatta, but they kind of have to be in different places.
If he gets out alive, oh my gosh.
Did he get out of that alive?
He was within 5 people and they didn't kill him. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. Oh, here comes the molten core.
Here comes the molten core. Doesn't really do that much.
We got that Nickelodeon slime coming out.
Dragoon does it, and Ted get taken out, though. So, Team Verdant does have a big advantage right now. They're probably going to push back. Daddy's just trying to walk forward right now. He doesn't give 2 shits right now. He's just playing Torbjorn.
You know, he does not give 2 cares in the world about it. Jarate, you have to watch your language. We have children watching this cast.
It's Adult Swim. It's 10 o'clock.
That's true. This is the Adult Swim cast. Thank you for staying with us.
Yeah, thank you for staying with us. Owlet tournament, guys, by the way. Hashtag Big Owlet.
Yeah, and come watch us tomorrow. But before that, let's watch this final push coming out.
Here comes an ult coming in from the Zarya. Only picks up the Reinhardt, though. The Reinhardt Dragon does take out Dire Under officially. They're going to just walk onto this point. Daddy comes in from behind, though. Going to be able to get a point. Nobody's paying attention to him. Come on, Daddy. You got to take out this Lucio or this McCree. McCree's able to do a little bit of damage. Should have fanned the hammer right there on him. Daddy's still alive. Are you able to take out Splatinum, though? Doesn't do anything. This is not looking good for Team Verdant. Are they about to get 4-0'd? I think they're about to get 4-0'd. All that's left is this Reinhardt. Reinhardt's getting pushed back. No, you got to get onto the point. He gets onto the point, gets slept, falls asleep, gets killed, and it is over. Gucci Gang. Give him a script. Give it to me.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
Alright, that's what I wanted.
I did it.
So did you see a play of the game where they get pinned? He's so confused right now. He's just swinging wherever he wants to.
That was Barry Bonds. Classic Barry Bonds coming out there.
Classic Barry Bonds. Look at that 24 kill streak. Look at that big money Vlad. with that 33 high energy kills right there.
Phosphor again, 40%.
11k healing, 41%. Ted with another play. So who do you want to give that play of the game or player of the game to?
I think the player of the game sponsored by Adult Swim tonight is gonna have to be Phosphor. I saw so many big purples, so many big HGH injections going into the big boy of Reinhardt and occasionally the Diva and occasionally the Blade. Really, just big shouts to Phosphor staying in the back line. I think I don't know if it was all the maps, but for at least 2 of the maps, he got at least 40% healing done, which is for his team, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So shouts to my boy Phosphor.
Yeah, shout outs also to Big Money Vlad, like I said. He was just an elims machine. He was able to walk forward really well. Dragoon also with a really good game. Obviously, Ted Splatinum and Sailor Twift also did really well. Most of the people in the game, I would also agree with you, Phosphor as the healer, as an Ana, doing a crap ton of healing against Verdant. So we got 4-0. We're not going to go to Busan, obviously. It is over. Are we going to be doing interviews?
I don't think we're going to be doing... Actually, you know what? I'll ask APOC if he wants to do interviews. I want to do Gucci Gank interview, question mark?
Because, I mean, it is pretty late right now.
He's a little late, but I think we can do a quickie with the Gucci Gang.
I want to do a quickie. So
seems like we're going to be able to do it. I think we can just go over into their channel because they're not locked right now. So
yeah. You know. So SilentMarine, if you could go over to the Gucci Gang channel, I'm gonna head over there right now.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do it.
All right, fantastic. We got Sailor Twift in here. Are you going to be doing the interview, Sailor Twift? Do you want me to call you Sassy like you said on the chat sheet?
Sassy.
Right. The Sassy Massey Master. Sass Master. Saster.
Sass Master. No disaster. The best Reinhardt Aster. I don't know.
How did it feel to get first of all 4-0 right there? You did work. You guys did work.
Thank you. I'm quite happy to have gone 4-0. Our game plan going in, actually, today was a chaotic, bit busy, and game plan going in was very simple. We got to get the quick 4-0, and yeah, we did exactly what I said. I told my team I'd be very disappointed if we drop the map today.
So my other question is you guys you obviously weren't a team together last year during the Owlet season with the majors. Was this your first time playing like an Owlet match, quote unquote, together with all these guys?
Yeah, so
type of comp.
So I was in season 1 on with Seoul, but with these guys, this is our first like Owlet match. We've scrimmed, but with the 6 people that were actually in today, we had like a sub and a tryout basically. And so we didn't have like a lot of practice with this exact 6, but I mean, I think our communication was good. Yeah.
Can't complain about that with some new people. The communication was very good. I think you guys had a big kind of communication advantage over Team Verdant in a big sense. You were probably helpful with that. I'm assuming that you might be a vocal leader of the team. And that, especially with you playing tank, the other team's tanks didn't seem to want to walk forward as much, but you had no problem walking forward.
Oh yeah, as you can see, I died a lot more than I should have. I have a very, very, it's probably pretty obvious just from watching, but I play like really stupid aggressive, which means I get to get like a lot of value out of shatters and putting a lot, like, even if I die, we win the fight, right? Because you make so much space, and so I don't know. It's just my playstyle, and I guess it worked well against the enemy team because they seem pretty hesitant.
Yeah. I mean, it is preseason. I was talking in the stream with LuvGangster about how since it's preseason, it's tough for these teams that have never played against each other, played with each other, to kind of figure it out on the go. That's what preseason's for, right?
Oh, exactly. It's to build synergy, right?
Yeah. Luv, do you got any questions?
Yeah. So obviously you guys more or less stomped this match. You did very well.
Put those boots on because you're stomping.
Exactly. Making that wine, making that grape juice. But I think after a match like this, you still have to reflect a little bit. Was there any like maybe problems that you saw or areas of improvement that maybe, it's a 4-0, but maybe there's like something that you just like was in the back of your mind that you think, oh, we should improve upon for next time?
Yeah, I actually probably shouldn't say it on stream, but I don't care.
That's fine. You don't
Dang!
gotta say it's fine.
Everyone, no,
Listen to
everyone
this right now,
everyone wants
everyone.
to improve,
Exclusive.
so I'm just gonna point out exactly what happened. So on Hanamura A, it took us down to 1 minute before we were able to cap A point. They
Right.
played the Mei, and that's like it works in solo queue, works in comp. It's like a strategy where obviously they try to wall off the engage, and we had to eventually brute force through it. That was really problematic for us. We had never played the 6 together, so like when we're calling out like speed boost and get out together, sometimes 3 of us would make it, sometimes 1 or 2, and they'd cut us off. So that's something we need to clean up the comp so that you get that on the first try, not the 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, the other big mistake was they hadn't played goats all map, and I'm not a big fan of goats. I hate it. That's counter goats or anything like that. But when they opened goats on Eichenwalde, I saw Ryan. My fire strike got eaten at the door, and I was like, oh, they have a diva. Like just when I heard the eat sound, and I was backing up, and then I'm like, wait a second. I heard Zarya like the little bubble thing, and I'm like, they have Diva and Zarya, and they obviously have a Ryan shield poking the door. There's goats. So I'm standing there, and you remember on Eichenwalde, I got caught out, died in the A. I knew they had goats, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together in my head, and I stood still when I should have immediately been backing up and been like, yo, let's back up. Obviously, if a 2 tank lines clash, goats versus non-goat, we're going to get run over. So that was a huge mistake, and that was all me. Like, my team was backed up. They did great, but I was very disappointed in myself. Dang.
That's fine. I mean, you guys managed to hold afterwards very convincingly, so you're able to, make up for that perhaps lapse in judgment there. But just a very good game coming out from you guys. I'm very impressed by it, and can't wait to see what happens during the rest of the season, going into the regular season.
Are you going to be playing any other preseason? Oh, it looks like you're playing on Monday against
Boosted, by the way.
BTW.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
That is scheduled for 9 o'clock. Just a shout out on Monday. We do actually have streams tomorrow. The only one scheduled for right now is Ghost Pepper against the previously mentioned boosted BTW. I'm sure the other matches tomorrow night, that one is at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but I'm sure that the other matches will eventually get streamed. So just a shout out to the Owlet match schedule. Do we have any schedules for the minors at all? Or
I don't think at the moment we have anything. I mean, what we're looking at right now is a combination of both minors and majors in terms of like what we're gonna possibly stream. So, nothing yet. But if something ever happens, we will let you know through the pings in our Discord. So be on the lookout for pings. I know how
check
much
out
you guys
the Owlet
love
Discord,
pings.
by the way. It's a chill place, except sometimes the salt. Sometimes it's a Morton salt factory,
That's okay. That's every place.
But I just wanted to say that was a really good match from our perspective. You guys were a lot of fun to watch, and I just want to thank you for the really good match. I also want to just say one thing real fast, and that's Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Let's get it. Yeah. I look forward to watching it when I
Gucci Gang, Gucci
get
Gang.
some food in me.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. Love, is there anything that you need to say?
I'm hungry 3, so let's all get off.
Check out our match on Monday. Don't miss
check
it.
out the match. Don't miss any of these Outlet matches. This is must-see Twitch.tv right now.
Exactly, and you're going to be casting at Jarate, so
I am. Am I going to be casting the Gucci Gang boosted?
Yes, yeah, you will. So that'll be fun. That will
be fun. We will have a lot of fun. My name is Jarate, and this is the LuvGangster.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Peace out.